Good morning, students. Today we will learn about adoption. Now we will see about the adoption process. First intro that adoption is the social, emotional and legal process in which children who will not be raised by their birth parents, their born parents, become full and permanent legal members of another family who take over that baby, another family, while maintaining genetic and psychological connections to their birth family. Okay, so the baby born by other parents and upbringing by another parents. Okay, that is the process of adoption. Now the definition: adoption is a legal process by which child is placed with a married couple or a single female who agree to raise her as their own child and assume all responsibility for her. Means a baby or a child is upbringing by another married couple or single woman who agree, who take all responsibilities of that particular child by legally. Okay, that is the process of adoption. Now, the laws governing adoption. There are three laws who govern the adoption process. First one is the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act of 1956, which involves Hindu people, Jain, Sikhs, and Buddhist people. Okay. Then second one, Guardian and Wards Act of 1890, which involves the foreign citizen, NRIs, non-resident Indians and Indian nationals who are Muslims, Christians or Jewish people. And third one, the third act involves the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, a part of which deals with adoption of children by non-Hindu parents. Okay, so these three laws are involved in adoption process. Now the requirements for a valid adoption. First one, no adoption is valid unless the first one is the person adopting is lawfully capable of taking in the adoption. Okay, first we check the capability of that person who adopt the child. Okay, for taking a child as a adoption. Second one, the person giving in adoption is lawfully capable of giving in adoption. Means all requirements are met for giving that baby for adoption, which is checked by legally. Third one, a person adopted is lawfully capable of being taken in adoption. The baby is lawfully capable of being taken in adoption. Now the third one, the adoption is completed by an actual giving and taking, the person who give the baby, the person who take the baby, after the ceremony called data homan or obligation to the fire, whatever you want to say, has been performed. This all procedure is performed, we will learn it later. However, this may not be essential in all cases as to the validity of adoption, but as a law these requirements are valid. We should do all the process under law. Now, the who may adopt a child. The first one an Indian, second one NRIs, non-resident Indian, third one a foreign citizen. And lastly a single female, may be a unmarried, widowed, or divorcee, or a married couple. All these categories can adopt a child. Now the capacity to give the child for adoption. The person who has the capacity to give the child for adoption, the first one, a father, a mother, a guardian of the child. These three person obliquely can give the child for adoption. The first one, the father alone. If mother has completely or finally renounced the world, or maybe a death, or has ceased to be a Hindu, maybe non-Hindu person, lastly, or has declared by a court of competent jurisdiction to be unsound mind, means mentally unhealthy to take responsibility of child. Okay, so these categories father can adopt, give the child for adoption. Second one, the mother may give the child in adoption if the father is dead or has completely or finally renounced the world, means abandoned from world, last, or has ceased to be a Hindu non-Hindu person, or has been declared by a court of a competent jurisdiction to be an unsound mind, same as unhealthy mind. not have proper psychological condition to take care of baby. Lastly, where the father and mother are dead, or completely and finally renounced the world, or have been declared by a court of competent jurisdiction to be of unsound mind. Both are mentally ill. Father and mother both are mentally ill, or where the percentage of the child is unknown, the guardian of the child may give the child in adoption with the previous permission of the court. Maybe a guardian can also has the right to give the child for adoption. Now the conditions to be fulfilled by an adoptive parent. First, which it involves the which conditions are for adopting parents, they must be fulfilled by that parents or their couple, medically fit as well as financially able to take care of child. Second one, must be at least 21 year of old, so mature enough, right? At 21 year old, the person become mature enough to take care responsibility of any child. Then no legal upper age limit for parents. Now the adoption of older child in that age of parents may be a relaxed or flexible. If the adoption is of a son, the adoption father or mother by whom the adoption is made must not have a son living at the time of adoption. Means if couple or a single person take a son child, right? They, for that they must have don't have a son at that home also at that time. That is the criteria. Second one, same as for daughter. If the adoption is of a daughter, if per couple or any single father or mother want to a daughter child, they must don't have a living or daughter living at that time of adoption. Okay, these all are the conditions. Now the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act in 1956, an adoption parent is allowed to ask for child as per her preferences. Obviously, the couple who want to adopt a child, they ask for their preferences. It may be about the age, about the gender, about the skin color, as well as religion and specific features, as well as health condition. The age of child, it may be a toddler or preschooler, whatever. Gender, male, female, skin color, then religion, Hindu, Muslim, whatever religions the adopting parents want, then specific features as well as health condition, baby's health condition. Now the a single parent or married couples are not permitted to adopt more than one child of the same sex. No two son or no two daughter can adopt by a particular married couple or a single parent. Now the process of adoption, it involves the steps. In that first step is registration. Register in a genuine adoption coordinating. So first register it. Second one, never register with multiple agencies. Okay, you should choose only one agency and register only in one agency. Then central or state governments have recognized adoption agencies in the most of the state. So whatever agency you want to register, you can register. Prepare the documentation, submit the same to the agency and get registered through documentation, whatever required. By this way you can register on that agency. That is the step 1. Step 2, home study and counseling. In that, home study at the couple's residence, assess the couple's parenting abilities, their skills, they can take responsibility of that child or not. So parenting abilities, then applicants motivations, they want really a child or not, then preparations, how they prepare for adopting a child, then strength and weakness on the issue of adoption. Means the couple both have strong feelings about their adopting a child or not. That type of all capabilities are assessed by that agency. This step is formulated into a report. Whatever they check, whatever uh, above, whatever the characteristics are checked by that agency, and they prepare a report and is submitted to the honorable court. Now the step 3, referral of the child. The agency will show medical file, physical examination report and other relevant information of the child. Obviously, if after the home study and counseling, the agency will personally show the child. So before the personal meeting with that child, they give the all biodata of the child to the couple. Once the couple is comfortable about the details given about the child, the agency will show the child physically meeting held between the child and the couple. The couple can spend some time with the child so they can maintain the rapport with that child. Once the comfortable future formalities will be fulfilled. Okay, now the step 4, acceptance of the child. Once the couple identifies the child, they can sign the documents pertaining to the acceptance of child. By this way, they accept the child. Step 5, filling the petition file. So, documentation made by the couple to the agency and child's documentation, both side documentation are sent to the lawyer for preparation of petition. Once the petition is ready, the couple will be called at the court and sign the same in the presence of court officer. Obviously, both sides first prepare the file, the prepared file sent to the lawyer for preparation for petition. Now the both side perfectly all things are maintained, then the court can sign that file or the parents will sign the same in the presence of court officer. Step 6, court hearing. The couple should all end the court hearing along with the child, not at open court. The judge may ask some questions, simple questions. If satisfied, will pass the order. The judge can ask the questions to the both parents and child. If he is satisfied with the answer, they pass the order and will also mention the amount to be invested in the child's name. Whatever cost is declared at that time. Then step 7, court order. Once the amount is invested, amount is collected, the receipt is shown to the judge, the order will be issued. If the adoption is under Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act of 1956, then a deed of adoption is prepared, means another file is prepared. The same needs to be registered with the local registrar office. Okay, the same process will be done with the local registrar's office of that particular area. There is no such requirement in adoptions done under the Guardian and Wards Act of 1890 and Juvenile Justice Act of 2000 Act. These two acts are not involve this type of another registration process. Step 8, follow up. After the final adoption, the agency needs to submit follow up reports to the court about the child's well-being. Means after 1 to 2 years, the agency should submit the reports of child's well-being, if child is comfortable with that family or not. This included in follow. Now the Guardian and Wards Act of 1890, a foreign national adopts an Indian child under the provision of the Guardian and Wards Act 1890. Okay, the foreigners, they can adopt Indian child under this act. Maybe a NRIs, it includes NRIs. The adoptive parent is only the guardian of the child until he or she reaches 18 years of age. Under this act, the adoptive parent or adoptive couple is the only guardian of that child until that child reaches up to the 18 years of age. An adoptive parent is allowed to ask for a child as per her preference, same as Hindu Act, age, gender, skin color, religion, specific features, and health condition. Foreign citizens and NRI supposed to adopt according to the adoption laws and procedure in the country of their residence. Obviously, foreign countries are there, have their different laws. Here we end our topic.